Let the rebound begin. Good morning, guys. It's officially the first week of the rebound or the health phase, and we're gonna go into the off season. Let's quickly check the weight. I'm still fasted in the morning. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Let's quickly check the weight. Hope to be somewhere between 94 to 95 kg. Lower than expected, 93.6. 93.6. So what happened, lowest weight was 88.9. And after I rebounded, I went back up to 95 kg. It's of course a lot of water weight because of the sodium manipulation, glycogen coming back. So holding a lot of water, and I'm slowly losing that now over the days. That's good, but that's honestly okay. Actually happy with it because the lower my weight kind of becomes, the more calories we can increase soon. So I was holding about 94.7 to 95 kgs for the last couple of days, and then yesterday I had a rest day and my low day, so was expecting a bit lower, but this is a lot lower than expected, which I'm actually happy with because I'm still super hungry, and that might mean the calories increase, but not yet. That we'll look into later this week. Anyways, today we're going through the full day of eating for the rebound, how I structure my meals, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So every single meal, and then I'll also be filming my upper body day today. So I just did my own morning check-ins with the weight, as you saw, is 93.4. The posing went very good, really like the look. Posting starting to go a lot easier because I have some water in my joints again, and also not cramping from the clen. Clen, fat burners, everything's out. So what I'll be doing to stay lean and not get too fat is, most fat burners have been out except yohimbine. I just lowered the dose. So I take yohimbine before fasted cardio. And then we, of course, keep in ratatouille, the R word. I don't know about the YouTube algorithm, if I can say that, but we, of course, keep in ratatouille, just lowering the dose. So at the peak dose, I was 5 milligrams a day, and now I'm at 3 milligrams, or 5 milligrams a week, sorry. So at peak dose, I was at 5 milligrams a week, and now I'm at 3 milligrams a week, and then slowly I'll be tapering it down, probably by 0.5 per week, dependent on how my appetite goes, and I'll keep it in at about 1 milligram to 2 milligrams and for a while, and then as we get further in the off season, I'll be keeping it at 0.5 to 1. I myself am a very high appetite type of person, but when we get to like 6,000 calories clean, of course we don't want appetite suppression, but mostly we don't want slow down of gastric emptying, so slow down of digestion. We want everything to be digesting good, so we want to keep in the low dose. Why do I keep in ratatouille? Now that's because we have, of course, the crazy insulin sensitivity, and then also it will help me stay a lot leaner. The insulin sensitivity is, of course, super important for actually building muscle. It's one of the main drivers. If you're not insulin sensitive, you'll be just putting on more fat. And of course, also using something like GH in off season, insulin sensitivity is very important. Using ratatouille still in off season. And the second peptide that I'll be using is MOTSI. I just started with this here now. I didn't take it in prep. I just started with in the rebound. So let's see what I'll feel. I definitely already after the first time felt like a big energy boost for about 20-30 minutes. And after just felt a lot more clear-headed during the day. And then also, what's arriving today, one of my all-time favorite supplements, methylene blue. So I've used this before. In my past job, I used to be a marketing director for a startup, and that was a very demanding job and needed my brain a lot, and I was working a lot. And I tried out methylene blue back then for more the cognitive benefits, and oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love methylene blue. But of course, it also has the mitochondria enhancement. So we're stacking the ratatouille, the MOTSI, and the methylene blue all together. I might also later add in some SLU PP332. Still thinking about it because, of course, that's the exercise mimetic. But yeah, figure Steve, if you know him, the mitochondria enhancement stack, MOTS-C, methylene blue SLU. But for now, not, because I'm first going to experiment for the first time with MOTS-C, and I first want to see the difference if I feel anything, and if I like it. By the way, if you want any quality peptides, primal peptides, use code 10YIP for 10% discount on your whole order. Link is in the description. Go check them out. And of course, we're doing morning fasted cardio to stay lean for our health, also for endurance. Doing morning fasted cardio, even in off season, will make your blood markers a lot better. So we're keeping that in, and also will it help us stay a bit leaner, a bit tighter. Very happy with the look of this morning. Of course, still holding quite a lot of water. Expecting that. I feel like I'm every day losing it a bit, but fullness is back. I look very full. I'll put some pictures of the posing up on the screen while I'm talking, probably. But yeah, expecting to lose still quite a bit of water and gain fullness. But very happy with the look. Very happy with the look. Anyway, time for some morning fasted cardio. So we got meal 1 going down. Fasted cardio is completed, and for meal 1 we got 80 grams of oats with 30 grams of whey, and I got a Dubai chocolate flavor whey, which I'm very obsessed with right now. And then we got 10 grams of almond butter and 100 grams of raspberries. Looks very good, very excited for this. This is meal 1. I have my vitamin C, 1000 milligrams. I take that with every single meal. And also with this meal, I'll be taking my metformin. Now, I don't take my metformin before bed, which most people do. I take them in the morning if I'm not super close to training, because of course we don't want the inhibition of mTOR, which can happen because metformin increases AMPK, and that can inhibit mTOR, which is one of the main drivers for hypertrophy. So I'm not super close to training yet. I'll have one more meal after this, so it'll be fine. But I don't take it before bed because of the GH, because metformin can cause IGF-1 to go down, and that's the whole response that we want from GH. So I don't take it before bed. If you're taking metformin but you don't take GH, or you take your GH at another time, metformin would be better before bed. But I take my berberine before bed. This one's going to go down. After this, the pre-workout meal will be cream of rice. In the meantime, I have some client work to do, some check-ins, and replying to some DMs. So we got the pre-workout meal going down. We have right here 100 grams of cream of rice with 40 grams of whey, 8 grams of almond butter, and 100 grams of raspberries again. This is delicious. You already know it. I love this. I could eat this every day, 7 times, 8 times per day. I love my cream of rice. It's an amazing pre-workout meal, and I absolutely love it. So, as for the current rebound strategy, what we're doing is we're rebounding in a health phase. Some people like to use the rebound and up PEDs a lot to kind of get that swing. But honestly, I feel like what works best is taking a short health phase and then you start the proper off season, because your body is in a very high stress state. You're honestly mostly gaining fat and water weight, not through muscle, because you're highly inflamed, your body is stressed, your blood work is probably not good. So I'm taking that approach. I'm doing the health phase. And honestly, in this phase, if your body is growing, it's going to grow from fruit itself, because you're that insulin sensitive and in a hyper responsive state. So as for PEDs, currently on TRT with a tiny bit of Primo, and peptides we of course utilize, but that's it. And we'll be doing that for 4 weeks, and then we start the push growth phase. Of course, do blood work, see where we're at. And as of calories, what we're doing, so I bumped up my calories with 400 calories for this week. Then we see what happens to my weight. If my weight kind of stabilizes, we bump up the calories with 200 calories. If my weight is dropping, as it is today, but it keeps dropping, then we bump up the calories with 400 calories. If I'm already gaining weight, we keep it at that. So it's a decision game, see what happens, and we respond accurately. I hope I can increase it with 400 calories because hunger is very high, of course, but progress is the most important thing, so that's what we're sticking with. For now, 6 meals per day, and I'll probably, if we do increase with 400 calories, I'll probably bump that up to 7 meals. I'm used to be very fat, and genetically, everybody in my family is fat. We have giant appetites, so for me, 7 meals is way better. Even peak of the off season, I'm trying to control myself from not overeating. Already prepped my post-workout meal. So that is 150 grams of chicken, 80 grams of pineapple, 200 grams of veg, and 100 grams of dry weight rice. Now, what I did today, normally I just do the rice, but I felt like some rice noodles, same macros, it's exactly the same thing, just a different structure. So I did 100 grams of rice noodles instead of the normal white rice. It's already prepped, taking that to the gym. I'm very excited for it. Okay, boom. Today we got an upper session, upper body. That means we're focusing on triceps, chest, back, side and rear delts. So biceps, as of always, I put that on in front of my leg days. Arms, I have the most frequency in the week. Most muscle groups will be training twice per week. I'm training 3 times per week because they're my most lacking muscle group. So I often do triceps, next day biceps, then with triceps, then biceps, rest day, triceps, biceps, rest day. Also, a little experiment I've been trying out using Glow mix. So that's the BPC 157, TB 500, GHKCU. And I used to just pin it sub-Q. But I saw an older video of Vigorous Steve, which is my favorite YouTuber of all time, where he talked about using it localized sub-Q in the evening, and that caused localized growth and faster recovery in those areas. So my triceps are my number one weak point, so I've been trying it out. Before I go to bed, I do it here, and then the day after I do it here, and I switch every other day, switching locations. Now, so far, I've done that day 4 or 5, I think. I've been doing it, and of course, there's not enough time to see big difference. But so far, giant difference in how hard my contractions are. So the contractions on my triceps have been crazy last couple days. Now, also keep in mind that can be a bit of placebo because also I'm in my rebound. Everything feels better. I've carbs in my system again, but I do really feel a big difference. Let's see over a longer period of time if that's actually the thing that's working. But it's a cool experiment that I'm running. I might also consider trying some IGF-1 LR3 when the off season begins, doing the same protocol, pinning it post workout, and then I'll be doing like triceps, biceps, I think. So a lot of shot volume in my biceps and triceps, but that's fine. Anyway, warming up, gotta get started here. Yeah, let's do the first set. So I think I'll be doing like 2, 3 warm-up sets, and then after that 2 working sets, depending on how I feel most exercises. If it's a muscle group that I haven't trained yet, so after this I'll have chest. I'll do like 1 or 2 warm-up sets and then go in the working set. If I've already done exercise somewhere in the workout where I've already warmed up the muscle, then I don't do warm-up sets. I go straight into working sets, dependent how I feel. So sometimes if I feel a bit more tight, then I do it. And if it's a heavy exercise, like something like a leg press, for example, I'll of course first do a filler set, just to feel where we're at with strength and the weight and to see how my joints feel. But for most exercises, in the beginning of the couple muscle groups, exercises for muscle groups that I'll warm up, and then everything else I just go straight into the working sets. Anyway, I'm not sure how much I'm going to talk in this video. I'm thinking might just do an edit this time. So I want to feel locked in. Also, I don't have a lot of time.
because I'm working on a very, very big project for the coaching. So I've been working myself exhausted, but I'm creating a new system, a program. Um, it will be launching hopefully in 1 to 2 weeks. And I've been putting insane amounts of work into that. And today I still have to film a big part for that when I come home. So I also don't have a lot of time. And also, yeah, so that has happened. So let's see. Maybe I'll talk a little bit if I see. I'm thinking about some stuff, but I think it's going to be mostly edit video today.
So I am home right now. What happened at the end of the video, I wasn't able to fast film the last couple exercises because my battery died. So I finished off still doing some pec deck, then side delt races and some rear delt on the cables. Decent workout, felt okay. Felt a bit tight in the beginning, but happy with it. Then as you saw, I had the post-workout meal, already told you about that. I didn't film my other meals, but because I was just way too busy with getting this project done. But what I had, I had my post-workout at the gym, then I came home. So I had 150 grams of lean ground beef 96.4 with 50 grams of dry weight rice.
So it's about 125 grams cooked, 80 grams of pineapple, and 150 grams of veg. Then second, I had 4 whole eggs. So this was some time in between, about 2 hours later. 4 whole eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and then I put like if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this before. I love this meal. Put a tiny like bit of non-fat Greek yogurt with some sriracha and some spices as like the sauce base. Oh, and pickle juice, that's a secret ingredient, as a sauce base on the toast. Then I put some rocket, some tomato slices, and then I put the eggs, and then I put some pickles on top. Crazy delicious. Love that meal. And then I have 300 grams of potatoes put in the air fryer so they come out as fries with that meal. And then I'm having one more meal today, and that is 200 grams of Greek yogurt, 10 grams of almond butter, and 100 grams of berries with 15 grams of protein. So that's in total 6 meals. My rest day meals are similar. They're all the same meals, just the carb totals are a bit lower. So as of for my training days, I am eating 3,228 calories, which is 240 grams of protein, 427 grams of carbs, and 62 grams of fats. On my rest days, it's 2,856 calories, 238 grams of protein, 340 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. So that was for week 1. Now it's we're already almost at the end of the week 1. So dependent on what my weight's doing in the next couple of days, I'll probably have a bump in food. Very excited for that. But yeah, so almost at the end of week 1, that means 3 weeks and a couple days more to go before the off season starts. And we're going to be making this a series. Of course, it's already kind of the series Road to Pro, because that's the big goal. I'm probably going to be doing my first show in December, and then if I do well, the day after is a pro qualifier, which I'm gonna do. But that's kind of like, I'm probably gonna do that, but it's not 100% sure. It depends on how well the off season goes. So I kind of already spoke about this in a TikTok live. By the way, follow me on TikTok. I go live on there sometimes. So if you have any questions, you can always ask me that there. And while you're at it, also follow me on Instagram. I'm the most active on Instagram. Link is in the description, or you can just JIP underscore and then my last name Westerheide. Same as in my YouTube name, Jip Westerheide, on all socials. So on my Instagram, I'm most active and I show the most behind the scenes and most stuff. Anyways, I already spoke a bit about this on my TikTok live. That I kind of also want to aim really high and try to get my pro card at the Amateur Olympia. So Mirelli's coach got his pro card at the Italy Amateur Olympia, and that sounds just super cool to me. That sounds cooler than a small show here in the Netherlands. So we have the Alicantes Pro in Spain, that's the Amateur Olympia, and we have the Lisbon in Portugal. Those are in summer 2027. So that might also be an option. I am gonna do my first show probably at the end of 2026 though, but that is something I'm keeping in mind as well, so we might change. So, of course, the goal is Road to Pro, but for the series, we want to get as big as possible and we want to evolve. And I said I want to become a mass monster. So I'm thinking for the name of the series, Project Mass Monster. And then it's a series where I'm documenting my road to pro, becoming a mass monster, becoming absolutely massive. Because guys, I promise you, we're gonna get absolutely massive this off season. I'm so excited, you have no idea. I'm really excited. I really want to get that mass monster aesthetic. Shout out Svein, genetic anomaly, who is like my motivation for that. I really like his mindset and everything behind it. But yeah, I want to get open size freakiness at some point. Of course, classic is my whole thing. I really love classic, but the end goal is open. I just want to get as big as possible. And also my dream physique, which I don't think I have the genetics for, is Rafael Brandão, which is an open Olympia competitor, if you know him. That's my dream physique. So, name for the series will be
Project Mass Monster. I think that's gonna be it. If somebody thinks of a better name, comment it down below. Might change it still, but I'm excited. Anyways, that's the video for today. Of course, I'll be also soon making a video on the plans for the off season, what that looks like, my full protocol. For now, comment down below what you would like to see more of. If you want me to talk about anything specific for future videos. Also this weekend I am training with with a good friend of mine who was my first coach. So stay tuned for that video at Olympia Gym. If you're looking for a coach, DM me on Instagram. Still have some client spots available for this month and for next month. It's getting tight, so be quick. If you're looking for quality peptides, link down below, Primal Peptides, code 10YIP for 10% discount. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to the journey. Let's become a mass monster. See you next time.